It's your favorite Canadian foodie sisters. We've got a little bit of a different video today. We are doing what we hope to make an annual gift guide. You've brought some things, I've brought some things, and we love to support Canadian businesses.
We're doing this in time for you to order these for the holidays to gift to a foodie in your life, or you can keep for yourself. And the majority of the websites do ship Canada-wide.
Yeah, so a lot of this will make great hostess gifts or stocking stuffers, or as we like to do, we like to build gift baskets. That's how this all kind of started. And a lot of these are very affordable and unique finds.
Yeah, and a lot of the items that we're featuring will have promo codes for 10, 15, even 20% off, which you can find in the description below or on the article at FoodieTown.ca.
Okay, so we got a lot to get into, so let's do it.
So we are starting with Lazy Batch. To have on hand, you keep them in your freezer.
The best cookies you've never made.
They're pre-portioned, then frozen, and you just place them on the baking sheet, put them in the oven, and they come out perfect every time. They have lots of different flavors. It was super easy to make, like I said, and highly recommend for a hostess gift with a bottle of wine.
I love it. Okay, so we have salted chocolate chip.
Yeah, and brown butter espresso toffee and a London fog.
Yeah, so which one are you gonna go for first?
I'm gonna do the London fog.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the brown butter toffee one. It's just something I've never tried before.
They're crispy on the edges.
5 minutes later.
What else do you want to say about this? I love a nice thin cookie. These are so good. And it could not be easier. Okay, for our next product, it is City Eats. So this is another Okanagan-based business, and this is the largest Jamaican spice company in Canada. We all love Jamaican food, especially us. We have such a connection with Jamaican food. One of our aunties, she was Jamaican, and she taught us all about spicy food and how to spice up our regular Canadian foods, which can sometimes feel a little bit bland.
Yeah.
Let's get real. This is the chicken fry. So what I love about her products are they're low sodium, non-GMO.
They're also gluten-free, plant-based as well.
Yeah, so they're actually better for you than say like shake and bake or whatever. So I've made fried chicken with this, and we've also done some
Chicken wings
that I fried up. I did a mixture of oil fry, and then I tested it. I wanted to see how well it would work with an air fryer as well. So please dig in, whichever one. One's heavily battered, one's like lightly battered, so it's totally up to you.
Okay,
Really adaptable with the fry.
It smells nice.
It's really flavorful. Super easy. It's something great to keep in a pantry. And when you're in the mood for like fried chicken, you got everything you need. All you need to do is fry it up. I like that. Cheers. City Eats. Add some Jamaican fire to your holiday cooking this year with City Eats. No?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is brand new. I know definitely to you.
Yes.
So this is Angkor Harvest from the Lower Mainland in British Columbia, Canada. So this right here is made in Richmond, BC. So we have the Compote Pepper Banana Ketchup. I know banana ketchup is a popular thing in the Philippines, but it's using the Compote Pepper, which is from Cambodia. And then we also have like products like the Compote Pepper Lime Sauce. There's also some seasonings that you can buy online. And 5% of all their profits go to helping farmers and their families in Cambodia and supporting them. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. We're gonna use the City Eats wings that we made to try the banana ketchup.
Not what I was expecting.
No, that's so good.
It's like it's definitely sweet.
Sweet, but it also has a little bit of
Kind of like smoky.
yeah, smoky spiciness to it. Not powerful, not painful. What would you use that on, do you think?
You could use it as a wing sauce. Like, you know, you smother the wing in it.
Yeah. And I know that they use it in like rice dishes and fish and everything like that, but this is really tasty. So we have 4 different hot sauces from Lucifer's House of Heat. I've got our little selection here, and I'm not really sure which is which, so we're just gonna kind of roll with it.
I can tell you by the colors. Yeah. That one's that one. Okay.
So this is kind of fun to bring to like a hostess gift, like a party.
You can do your own Hot Ones episode.
Yes, exactly, like we're about to do.
Oh my God. I know.
That one is a little bit thicker. I'm a little bit worried about that one.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna do it first.
Yeah, this one.
It smells hot.
Oh, it's got some.
It's like it definitely has some heat, but it's like doable.
This one's hot. This one is like a habanero hot. Okay, let me go for the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna go for this one. Ooh. Oh God, that smells hot. I was kind of like
definitely
scared.
spicy. If you can't handle heat, this will kind of set you back. But
all really good.
if you know somebody loves hot ones and supporting Canadian businesses,
Yeah.
buy this pack, blow them away.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, so next up is Chickpeace. We love Chickpeace, and we love to support Ashley as much as we can.
So again, an Okanagan-based business here in Kelowna. She's a refill store, but she's so much more than that. Chickpeace, it's like a kitchen product store where you can get like lunch kits and kids gifts and makeup, and
it's very much zero waste and eco-friendly forward.
Yes.
Yeah. So I chose to do this eco-friendly box, and it's kind of like a little starter kit to get you going. So this
is such a great starter kit for, because some people are like, I want to reduce my waste or stop using as many chemicals on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is Clever Gin and Tonic. It's Clever Mocktails. So a Canadian-based business out of Quebec. So this is really unique. So back when I was pregnant, sometimes I would crave like a margarita or something, and there would be, there was literally nothing on the market for mocktails or even really good zero proof beer without having a whole bunch of calories and sugar, or just sometimes it would just be like juice.
Yeah.
It was disgusting. So these are mocktails, 0% alcohol. They also make a gin where there's no alcohol in it, but you can add it to, like when you're making a mocktail, like from scratch, you can add gin to it, their gin, and you get all the flavor of the gin with like the botanicals and the juniper, but without the alcohol. So it's a huge thing now today to like have a dry January, or even just to consume less
alcohol.
And sometimes when you're at a party and everyone's like, oh, why aren't you drinking? This looks like a cocktail.
It does. And it says, G&T on it, so people can,
So you just cover up that 0% with your finger and just enjoy it, and no one will be the wiser. And it does taste like a gin.
It does have like a little hint of gin in there and like the sweetness from the tonic.
But no alcohol taste.
Interesting.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
This is Soul Chocolate. Based out of Toronto. Beautiful packaging, I have to say. So we've got Dominican 70% dark chocolate, 60% dark milk chocolate from Madagascar, and then cookies and cream white chocolate. This is their discovery kit, but they also have an advent calendar that you can do.
Oh.
So if you want to buy one and ship one out, yeah, it's really, really handy.
Like
so
that.
which one do you want to go with?
The 70%.
Okay. I'm gonna try the white chocolate. I'm not really a white chocolate person, but I'm very curious. But so they are very passionate about sourcing their ingredients and making sure that everyone who handles the beans and all the ingredients that they deal with, they are not taken advantage of or exploited in any way.
They have a little just right here, kind of says like tastes like caramel honey grape.
Oh, little tasty notes.
Yeah.
I like this one. It's not too sweet. You expect white chocolate to be super sweet. This is lovely.
Yeah. I love that.
So, sustainably sourced and ethically sourced chocolate, quality chocolate. I would say this is a really good find.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up is Gnubees. So they are based out of Burnaby, BC, and what they make is functional shakes, like these drinks that are easily on these little package, like you can carry them around. So like at the end of a hike, when you need that extra energy, that boost, and you don't want to have something sugary. 8 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber in this one. So this one is recommended for like kids over 9 years old, and then all the way up.
I think that's cool that they have some for adults because when your kids are eating their little pouch things, I'm like, man, I'd go for one of those.
I have one of these in my vehicle now, and I just can down it. It's tasty. It's good for me.
Functional fruit shake with coconut cream and organic cheese.
Yeah, it's giving me something that I need, and it helps me kind of bounce back quickly. So we've got these ones, and then we also have ones for kids. 2 and up can have these, and so there's sustainable ingredients, low glycemic, and eco-conscious, and no additives. So do you want to give one a go?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the strawberry one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try the
Does she say
tropical.
to shake well?
Yes. So we've got tropical, we've got grape, there's strawberry, there's limelight, which is another one. And then for the kids you have mango, raspberry, banana, like lots of really great
so
flavors.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's nice that it has a resealable lid.
Yeah. And sometimes too, like when my kids come home or when I pick them up from school, I can just hand them one of these in the back and they start drinking them and they're getting some healthy, good stuff. They're getting protein and fiber, and it's good. It's good.
It's actually really tasty.
Yeah, and you can get that like creaminess from the coconut cream and sweetness.
Yeah, that tastes really good.
So definitely for more of like an active foodie who's like out and about, likes to hike or go snowboarding.
Or moms.
Moms, yes, that's.
I would even use these, and I'm none of those things.
So next up is another great kid-friendly find. It is Flossie, or even those adults who have a sweet tooth. And so Flossie's based out of Ontario, and they have a really extensive reach. So I've found them in Switzerland, France, England. You can find them in certain parts of the United States and of course Canada. And you can order in Canada and they'll ship right to your door. So I thought these were perfect for the stocking stuffers.
It's nice that they're also vegan and gluten-free.
Yeah, that one's a fancy one.
Champagne.
Yeah, that's a fancy one. And they come in really cool different flavors. So this one's a holiday flavor, peppermint. You got salty sweet, champagne, and then mystery.
Oh my.
So you don't know what you're getting in these black ones.
I think we should do the champagne and the mystery.
And the mystery, okay.
Yeah.
A couple of places we've been to, like cocktail bars, where they put cotton candy on top of the drink, so on top of the. I thought these would be a fun addition to like a cocktail party,
Oh yeah.
where you just kind of spear them and put them on a drink. Nice and not too sweet.
It actually like also tastes quite fresh.
Yeah. Let's see if we can guess the mystery flavor. I really do like that. I love cotton candy. Okay.
The champagne one didn't smell like anything. Does it smell like anything?
I do feel like I get something,
Okay.
but I'll let you go.
I'm gonna guess grape. Is it grape?
I think it is grape.
I think it's grape.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
I think it's so much fun. Like you just don't know what you're gonna get. It's a little bit of adventure.
Our next thing is Elizabeth O Vintage. She's located in Penticton. She's the shop owner. Her name is Holly. I love all the stuff that she has. She also does like curated stuff. If you're looking for something specific, she does try and help and go out and find it. I got these from her. They are vintage collectible Winnie the Pooh Christmas cups. I think they are so cute. She does find a lot of like really cool different things. She definitely has a wide variety of kitchenware as well.
What I love is like, how everyone is shopping vintage clothes?
Yes.
Vintage kitchen stuff is it's so nostalgic. We all have something in our minds from 60s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Where it was in our family's kitchen, where we would love to possess that item again. So it's amazing that she will hunt those type of things down for you.
Yeah, and she honestly, like I've done a lot of obviously clothing with her, but she does a lot of live sales. I think she usually does them on Wednesday nights, and that is how I found these.
Amazing.
Okay, so next up we have Teassential, which is located in downtown Vernon. So, here we have the blood orange tea, and when you go to select, you can do loose leaf or you can do tea bags.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the standout stops that we experienced in Vernon. We were doing the 24 hours of eating in Vernon, and beautiful shop.
It is really nice, and they have really beautiful teaware.
And you can go in, you can smell all the teas, you can really discuss and talk and ask questions. It was a really great experience.
They also do have a tea advent calendar, which you can order now as well, which I thought was a really great idea.
Amazing. Well, cheers to blood orange tea. I like this. I'm a huge tea drinker.
Yeah, I love tea. Next up, we have Umami Crave the 5th. They are best known for their dips / dressings. More recently, they've came out with the Worcestershire sauce. This is great because you get 3 different selections in one nice little box. So we thought that that was a really awesome gift for sure.
Perfect for gift
so
giving.
they got the original, the Chipotle Caesar, which is my favorite, and then the curried maple.
I do love the original.
The original is good, but like that
That
Chipotle
on
Caesar.
anything.
Yeah.
I really like to make like a bowl with salad and roasted squash and top it with an egg.
Yeah.
And just kind of sprinkle this on it, and it just really, it makes for like a really healthy meal that has literally everything and all the flavor. There are some staples in the Okanagan that you have to have in your fridge, or that you're at least given for gifts, and that's definitely one of the top 5.
It is a household name.
Yeah, we've got Sapsucker. So this is sparkling water made with organic tree sap. And it is kind of like an alternative to bubbly, to sparkling water.
Yeah.
With a little bit more flavor. So we have lemon, lime, and grapefruit. Organic and sustainably harvested from Canadian maple trees with no added sugar. So I'm gonna go with the lemon one, I think.
I'm gonna go with the grapefruit.
Okay. I've seen this around
I have too.
the Okanagan a lot, and so I just thought, this would make a great addition to the gift guide because I love the packaging and it's just something different,
That's quite nice. Very light flavor.
Yeah. And so it's only 7 grams of sugar. So it's 35 calories total. I would use this as a mixer and add a little bit of vodka to it maybe. Or just, enjoying like while you're...
Instead of, your sparkling water, you can grab one of these.
Sapsucker. Yeah. I have tasted the Okanagan. This is another Okanagan business that it's definitely in your...
It's a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple. It's in your fridge. And so we have orchard chutney and we have apple chutney. Also, it's very popular on charcuteries. We're in wine country. Charcuteries are a big deal around here. It's super easy, and these are always on the table as well.
That's true.
Mother-daughter duo who started the company back in the 90s, and I made a recipe. It was autumn bruschetta. I roasted diced butternut squash, and I took some orchard chutney, and I tossed it in with it, and it was so good. You put it on top of a baguette with a little bit of like whipped feta or something, and then drizzle some balsamic vinegar on top, and it was so delicious. It has all the flavors of like wintertime, fall season.
It really does.
Like the warm cinnamon, nutmeg, clove type of flavors.
Yeah, that's really good.
There you go.
And I'm not a big chutney person, but that's very good. Okanagan Candle Co. This obviously is wrapped. We know it's not food, but it smells like food.
So definitely for the foodies who want their home to smell as welcoming as their
Cooking.
cooking, and their kitchen.
Yeah, this is an apple and pumpkin. It smells so
Yeah, I can smell it
good.
from here.
Yeah, they're also a mother-daughter duo. Everything is hand-poured, small batch by them, and the candles are natural cotton, burns with no paraffins or toxins.
What a fantastic,
Yeah.
I just love the packaging. What I do love being local here in the Okanagan, you can bring them any vessel and they will fill it with their candles.
Yeah, and also they do have little fun classes that you can do with a group, and you get to kind of like create your own candle scent and you pour it yourself, and
That's a great experience for
Yeah.
a gift too. You cannot have a Canadian gift guide without having a bougie maple syrup on it. Am I right?
yeah.
Okay, so this one's Cosman and Webb. and it is based out
Looks like a whiskey.
Yeah, well, that one is a Canadian rye and barrel-aged maple syrup. And then this one is just their classic one.
Wow.
Based out of Quebec. Family for 2 generations that have been like pouring all their love into this maple syrup farm, maple trees. And they have a really fascinating story, so I do suggest you go to their website. They ship Canada-wide. I cannot believe, they're based out of Quebec. I ordered this. I got it within like 3 days. Yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
You can definitely smell that it's barrel aged. Oh yeah, you can taste it too.
Oh yeah, it does smell like a little bit like whiskey.
Yeah.
Like you can, like the barrel has imparted a lot of the rye taste to the maple syrup.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would be really good on some waffles, faux show.
Yeah, or even like, could you imagine like making a whipped cream with just adding some of this?
Some people even add a little bit of maple syrup to like their old fashions I've seen done.
Paisley notebooks, baking spices, or you can even use her cooking spices. So our pick is the chai baking spice because you can use it in coffees, in teas, but also in baking stuff for the holiday season is perfect. And it's fresh spices. You cannot believe how your pantry spices are most likely expired. So we've experienced Paisley Notebook, her amazing pop-up dinners, and in multiple locations throughout the Okanagan Valley.
I actually used this also to make a hot chocolate.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Oh, wow. How was that?
It was really, really good taste.
Okay, so if you are invited to a party, you have to bring a host or hostess gift, okay? It's just tacky if you don't. That's just me. But one of my favorite things to bring, especially if it's like a good friend or you know somebody who loves to cook in the kitchen, a cookbook. So this one is Okanagan Eats, features Okanagan recipes from local chefs and business owners who are in the food industry. I'm really excited about this one. You know, every so often, every about 5 years or so, there's a cookbook like this that's released in the Okanagan. And here's just reflecting of our current food scene after the pandemic. And I just love how beautiful all of the pictures are. I love that. And one thing that is so exciting, if you are a wine enthusiast, being from the Okanagan, you have to have local paired wines, beers, or spirits. So what do we got here? We got the Beets and Sake Casu Way, and it is suggested to serve it with untangled craft cider, black peach cider. There you go.
That is quite nice to have the pairing with it.
Yeah, I thought so too. Tempered chocolate fondants. Okay, so we've got Tantalus Pinot Noir paired with that. The Tantalus is a very famous local winery that a lot of people love, especially for their Pinot Noir. If you love the Okanagan, you can take the Okanagan home with you. Okay, so you cannot have a Canadian gift guide
without maple syrup.
But also without a Caesar mix. So this is very popular on Boxing Day after Christmas.
Or just, you know, in
Anytime
Canada,
you need it.
after a night out, you can start with the Caesar in the morning.
Yeah, just to kind of help you out.
So this one is Walter Craft Caesar Mix. They have a couple different flavors. They got extra spicy, they got mild, they have dill pickle. I went with the holiday flavor, which consists of tarragon, sage, and sustainably sourced North Atlantic lobster stock.
Incredible, because normally, I know this weirds out the Americans, but Caesar is normally made with clamato juice, which is tomato juice and clam juice. But trust me when I say, when we go to the United States, we ask for a Caesar, they have no idea, so they give us something that's just straight tomato juice and vodka, and maybe a little bit of spice, hardly ever. It tastes flabby. You just taste a complex, well-made drink. And that's what a Caesar is, Americans.
Okay, so this is just everything that you would ever need for a great gift, really. This is a Born to Shake cocktail kit. They sell many different kinds, many different flavors, anything that can go with any, like, you know, tequila, vodka, gin.
I'm just holding it up, sorry.
So I went in there, I was looking for a vodka-based one, and I just thought that this was so pretty, and the guy recommended for the best, in his opinion, their best vodka one is the Blueberry Moscow Mule. So you can make it with gin or rye as well, but vodka we're going with.
Now they have their own cocktail bar with small little plates and a killer cocktail list. And it's just one of our favorite, you know, places to kind of kick off the evening and before you go out for dinner or something in Kelowna. So one of the things that I completely love to give instead of items during the holiday season are experiences.
Yeah, that is a big one, and who doesn't enjoy, you know, getting to go out and do something, try something new?
Exactly. So one of the best ways to discover a new city or even rediscover a city that you know and love, but see it through new eyes and new perspective, food tours. So we highly would suggest that you give an experience such as a Canadian food tour as a gift this holiday season.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got the Umami Bomb. I have the Shiitake chili oil.
I've got the Shiitake chili oil as well, but this one's medium and that one's garlic.
Yes, and on the side it also does have a spice level meter. These are both mild, it says, so. Also, they are a proud partner of Food Banks BC, and a donation is made for every jar sold.
So I'm seeing that small batch, made in Canada, keto and vegan, and you can use it on noodles, spread, dips, and stir fries. So we're gonna put it on some crackers. We are familiar with chili oil.
Yes, very familiar.
And you have to be careful with this stuff because it can come back to haunt you.
Hours later.
Yeah. So.
Oh my. Oh, it smells really good. It's very, the chili oil that I'm used to is obviously a lot more oily than this. This is more of like, looks more of like a sauce.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's all blended.
Yeah.
Rather than being
separated.
crunchy.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't smell spicy.
No, it doesn't. Definitely like umami bomb. That is accurate.
But that is so good. You can really taste like the mushroom.
It's really nice and salty and earthy.
You got a lot of garlic on yours? Like, can you really taste the garlic?
I would say, yeah, it's pretty garlic foil. I can also taste kind of like that, you know, umami, like soy sauce kind of vibe forward.
Okay, so next is Franco's Hard Seltzer. So the family who owns this particular brand here in the Okanagan, they have had their roots planted back in the 70s when the patriarch here, Franco, arrived, and he opened one of Kelowna's more established Italian restaurants, La Bussola.
Yep.
But since then, his son has went on to start Gather.
And The Curious
Cafe, which is a very popular pizza, kind of great beer night spot. Now they've started a liquor store over by the university here in Kelowna. And they specialize, so they have their own brand of seltzers like this. And then they also have like fine wine. You can shop online. There's like a very bougie section. It says drink like a sommelier. You can sort that out and spend upwards of $1,000 a bottle, or you can find really cool, unique finds like this.
Gluten-free. And I've got the peach flavor here.
What do I got here? I'm gonna go, actually this is still pretty cold. I'm gonna go with the raspberry.
Okay, and then this is a lemon or a lime?
Lemon.
Okay.
Yeah, limonata. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
It's a very delicately flavored, mine.
Yeah, so is mine. It's not like a super sweet like peach juice.
Yeah.
It's like a very delicate.
It's like a hint, just like a hint of raspberry, and then it disappears.
You might recognize this brand from our Granville Island food tour video. South China Sea specializes in really hard to find and unique ingredients, spice blends, and products. Be sure to take advantage of the 15% off they are offering exclusive to our viewers and readers this holiday season.
And the last thing that we recommend gifting is local wine.
Canadian wine.
Yes.
We love it.
So this is located in Naramata. Moraine is definitely one of my favorite stops to go. They do have red, white, and of course bubbly. They also have rosé. This one I chose to pick. It is a frizzante and it's called Shipushka, and it is cheers in Ukrainian.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it's a really nice, light, not too sweet fan fave.
In BC here, the BC wine regions have had a difficult year for sure. Last winter we had a very harsh winter and it wiped out, gosh, some wineries lost up to 50% of their vines. And of course then summertime came and then there was the fires, drought, you know, there's been a lot of issues. So we need to support our local wineries here in Canada and regionally, of course. I thought, what better way than to choose not only wine, but if you really want to splurge for your loved one or even for yourself, you can get wine memberships, wine club memberships. So this is my pick for 2024, sorry. I am a new wine club member at French Door. I had to be on the wait list to get this. And so finally my day came.
From us at FoodieTown.ca, we wish you a very happy and tasty holiday season, and we hope we've been able to help you save some money this year. Thank you so much for your support.